Talk Radio 790 KABC. With me is Peter Frampton, who, I don't know if it's still the record, the biggest live album in the history of recorded music in all time?
Well, I say it is.
So that means somebody, who could have beat it? Who's live that beat that?
I'll tell you how, if I was to count the double album twice, which is the way they count albums now, if you have a double or triple, they count it 2 or 3 times. So if I was to count...
Those bastards.
Right. Frampton Comes Alive as 2, which it is, I would still hold the record. But Garth Brooks put out a triple set.
Oh, please.
So, but I
what an album. I mean, everyone in the world knows that album. Everybody's heard that album. That is, let's forget Garth. It's the best live album ever. I never asked you this. I talked to you last time. The technology then, what year was that was recorded?
75.
How did they make it sound? So it's not just that the songs are great. The songs are great. They're huge anthem songs, right. And then you have the energy of the crowd. But how did they record it so well so it sounded well then?
Well, we had a great truck, Wally Hyder's truck. It was a 24-track machine, so we were up to 24 tracks. And then we mixed it, Chris Kimsey and I, who we worked again on this record together. But Chris Kimsey mixed it at Electric Lady, Jimi Hendrix's studio in New York. And it was state-of-the-art then. I mean, things have gone, obviously technology has improved immensely, but the things that still make things sound good haven't changed. We get more
sterile the more that they try, and it's funny because the young guy, the 20-somethings now, are trying to go back and use like tape machines and by the way, you go to a guitar store, all of the vintage stuff sells, the little wah-wah, the things sell for more than the new stuff because it sounds better.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, the microphones I sing on today or put in front of my guitar amp are like made in the 50s.
They're still great. And tube amps sound better than modeling amps that are supposed to sound like tube amps.
My favorite amp that I have is a 1959 Fender Tweed Deluxe, and it's like ice cream. It's beautiful. It sounds delicious.
And you have everything at your disposal. You've tried out every new piece of equipment, and you go, yeah, nice, but...
I love the new stuff as well. I mix and match. Stuff that's... The digital stuff is great, too, and I use some of that, use new effects and stuff like that. But when it comes to actually guitar into amp, there's nothing like a vintage Gibson or Fender into an old Fender or old Vox amp.
Have you gotten to play, because you're the man, have you gotten to play over the years with everybody you've wanted to play with? Have you played with Clapton? Have you played with...
I have not played with Eric.
Another bastard. Well, Garth Brooks and he, both bastards.
I would, him and Jeff Beck.
Why is that?
I don't know, just never been in the same place at the same time or whatever. I would kill to play with... I tell you... obviously Eric and Jeff Beck, who just has put out the most incredible album, I have to say, but I'd love to play with Steve Winwood. And
still not with him either.
We jammed once many years ago at his house, but we've never actually played on a track or played live together. I would just
to do it.
Yeah, because I'm such a huge Winwood fan.
And who isn't? But you got to meet a lot of people over the years and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, the women still go crazy. My wife would be here right now if she didn't have obligations because And by the way, she may be here and now even with obligations.
But I got to play with the Allman Brothers 2 years running, and whenever they're in town, they call me up, and that's such an honor to know that these people want me to play with them. And the first time I played with them, I'd done my number that they'd asked me to do, and then J-Mo, the second drummer, comes off the kit in the middle of a number and just wanders up to me and says, "You want to play another one?" I said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, because you're a good player. You know how good a player is? Peter Frampton is at the House of Blues on Sunset. And I love guitar guy. I'm a guitar guy no matter what the genre is. And a song guy. The combination of really good songs and being able to kick ass on guitar is really important. And in country, like I said, Brad Paisley is a major player. And you have these guys in every format.
We jammed together,
Did
Brad.
you jam with Brad?
He came. We did a thing in Nashville on a boat there, and he came and jammed with me. Wow. I mean, I'm a huge fan of his playing. Anyway, but he was just
gracious, good guy.
Oh, what a nice
and a fan of yours.
Yeah, but we jammed on "Do You Feel," together, and
that must have been insane.
Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere, and he is mighty fine player. Man.
Yeah, he really knows how to do it. But you watch that. So I run to the House of Blues to see Ringo's All-Star Band. And it was, I'll tell you who it was. It was you, Gary Brooker on keyboards from Procol Harum. Right. It was Ringo. It was, who else was in that?
Jack Bruce.
It was Jack Bruce from Cream and Good Night. Drive Safely.
And Simon from Free Bad Company.
There you go. There you go. And I have to say it, and I don't mean to be mean about anybody, but I wish Ringo had let. He takes a break at a time when he walks off the stage. I had wished he stayed off so that we could hear more of you, because I know I'm going to hear Octopus Garden. I know. But you did so much of the album. Show you the way the crowd went insane for you. It didn't matter who else was there. Jack Bruce, no piker either. Amazing bass player. And by the way, you playing Cream songs
was
insane.
Yeah, and we were in Arizona on that tour, and I'm like just checking out my amp before the sound check, and I see this lanky figure sort of amble down from the sound mixer to the stage, and it's Ginger Baker, and from Cream's drummer, and he goes, "Here, Pete, you seen Jack?" It's going through my mind. Yeah, he's right backstage. Come on, Ginger. And I'm going, oh, he's going to play tonight. So I
wouldn't do
play.
He did it.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, let me ask you this. See, I could have you here for about a year and a half because everything I want to ask you. What I explain to my son, who's 13, when he plays music, and it's great that he listens to new stuff, he listens to old stuff, he listens to country stuff. But I explain to him, when you're in a 3-piece group. Mm-hmm. Listen, what everybody's an island. Jack Bruce is doing, oh my God, he's just doing stuff you've never even anticipated someone can do on bass. Ginger Baker is playing with another group somewhere. He's got the double drum, and it's like a monster machine going on. You got Clapton, who is soloing over here. They're 3 prima donna, elitist, excellent, amazing at the top of their game guys. So when it comes together, it sounds like 27 people, and it's that full. And the bands that didn't work are the guys with the bands that don't have magical 3. Each guy has to pull so much weight that they just don't work. So what's it like standing next to Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker playing Cream songs?
Well, I was locked to the wah-wah, and we did White Room, and my neck is like pain. I'm cricking my neck round to look at Ginger, who's right behind me. And it was Ringo, Ginger, me, and Jack.
A pretty nice group of people. It's Ginger, and Ginger, the sound is still that big and insane, right?
Oh, it was just...
And Jack Bruce, I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even understand how he sings and plays what he's playing on the bass.
Luckily, Jack and I hit it off, and I was very nervous because I'd never met... I'd seen Jack so many times, but I'd never played with him, and I wanted him to enjoy my playing.
Give you the nod.
And we hit it off, and
he should have, because you sounded I was, there are moments of music where you go, a happy night. That was a really happy night for me.
But I mean, Jack's played with Gary Moore and people like that.
Understood, but you know what? That was a big night because your stuff rocked. I got to see your stuff, which I love. Right. Then you get to see Cream. And then you get to see a little bit of Procol stuff that you would never see again.
I know. It was
Procol Harum.
I was very, very pleased that was the lineup for. I mean, it doesn't get better than Gary Brooker and Jack Bruce and Simon Kirk.
Well, thanks for that night. That was a pretty magical night. And talk about the new album, because it's called what? Wait. Thank you. A rock album called Thank You, Mr. Churchill.
Yes.
I have one coming out. I love you, Madam Curie. What are you doing here? What is this? What does this mean?
It's basically I'm using that as. To point out that one day, Mom and Dad have, God bless them, they've left the planet right now. But and it made me start thinking about, I wonder what would have happened if the Allies hadn't won the war, and I wouldn't be here. So you treasure things a lot more when you look at from different angles. And I just know that. I know for a fact because my dad told me just about everything, what he went through. And to give me the freedom to do what I'm doing now.
Did he serve in the military? What did he, when you say what he went through?
He was in every major battle in Europe in the Second World War, basically. Africa, Italy, Cassino,